guys, I'm going to be explaining in this video exactly how I turned $3,000 in my bank account to over $100,000 in less than the span of 1 year. So exactly how I did that. If you guys are watching this, you don't know who I am or what I do. Obviously, like, my name is Grady. I have a business out here in Arizona. It's called AZ Window Wizards, and then I also coach people on how to start and scale their window cleaning businesses as well. So how to scale it, to 20, 30, 40, even $100,000 a month, or how to just start it from a very beginner. I've been doing this for about 3.5 years, so I'm going to explain to you exactly how I went from working at a sandwich shop, a cafe, a grocery store, and another restaurant to buying my dream car, living my dream mansion, and living my dream life. So exactly how I did that is when I first started my business, right? This is about 3 years ago. This was in the spring of 2023. In the spring of 2023, I had started originally, and I had $3,000 in my bank account, and I was poor. And then I was working at a cafe, at a Lifetime Cafe, and I had decided, I came to the decision that I am just sick and tired of doing this. I was in high school. I was a senior in high school, and I was a junior in high school, and I was still working like 60 hours a week while I was in high school. And I was still working 60 hours a week while I was in high school, and I was grinding my ass off every day. And I was like, I had $3,000 in my bank account, $4,000 in my bank account. Like, all right, I got 3, 4 grand as a high schooler. Like, that ain't that bad, right? Like, that ain't that bad. And I kept grinding, and then it came to the point where I was working at that cafe for so long, and I was only making so much, about $1,500 a week. And I was like, there has to be a way to make more money so I can go on trips. So I really liked traveling when I was in high school for some reason. I like traveling. There has to be a way I can make more money to travel at this age. And I went out and I saw these people one day on YouTube, and they were doing door-to-door sales. They were knocking on doors, and they knocked on someone's door. I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go out and do that. Why would I not go out and do that? I went out, I knocked on someone's door one day, and I sold them for $180 to clean their windows. And fast forward to, I'll explain a little bit of how I actually got there, but fast forward to a year later in 2024, April, I had a little over $100,000 in my bank account, liquid profit from a year. So I had a little bit over $100,000 in profit. I was ecstatic. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Now that I'm thinking about it, that is absolutely insane that I was able to do that even in high school and have that much accumulation of wealth in high school is really out of this world. I wasn't even really focusing on the money, I would say. I was more so focusing on not going to college was really what I was focusing on. So I think I had the mindset more so of, okay, let's say I don't make that much money, that's fine. I really, really, really care about not going to college and never having to go to college and get a normal job. I never wanted to do that. That was never my type of thing to do. I never in my mind thought I was going to go to college and get a normal job. So I was like, all right, let's not do that. Let's go to the other route and let's start a business. Let's save money and let's grow for ourselves. Like, let's grow and let's make money. So 2023, April, went out, knocked on someone's door, and then from then on, my business model, I was just knocking and cleaning myself, and then with a couple of technicians, a couple of salesmen for the entirety of 2023 and a little bit of 2024. So the entirety of 2023 is when I was just knocking, cleaning myself, just doing everything myself. Again, just knocking, cleaning, doing everything myself. And then when it hit 2024 is when things really started to ramp up. When I hit 2024, I probably only had 30 grand in my name. And then again, I was able to accumulate a little over $70,000 in profit in just about 3 months. And I don't know how, but I guess I did in an extremely profitable way. And I was able to just hire technicians to do the work for me. I was able to just focus my time on just knocking doors and just knocking, literally just knocking and making money. I was in a really good market, Pennsylvania, Southeast Pennsylvania, and I was in a really good market. And I was able to focus my entire time on just knocking. And then that led me to my entire time being knocking. And then I had technicians that were, obviously I was still in high school, so I had technicians that were working all the time, lead technicians, stuff like that, that was just profiting so much. And I was just, we were, average ticket was high, like everything was just going to plan, which was absolutely beautiful. And looking back on it, it's just gorgeous that I'm able to do that at my age. I was able to do that at my age while in high school. And I don't really tell many people this story ever. This is pretty much the only video I've ever made about exactly how much money I had when I was in high school. But it's really is out of this world, the amount of money and accumulation of wealth that you can have really quickly if you put your mind to something and you already have momentum going. Momentum is one of the biggest things that you need to have in your business journey. If you do not have momentum and you do not have a driving passion for building your business, for getting out of the 9 to 5, for saving money, you will never make it. You need to have a driving passion to actually be able to want this life so much. And if you don't have that, you will never make it. You need to have that mindset of I can lose it all and I can gain it all back. And that's really what got me to the point I'm in my life again, where I just bought a new car. I literally have a mansion with one other person as my roommate. So really, it really is beautiful, the path that life can take you. It's gorgeous. It really is gorgeous. And I was able to go from having a little over $3,000 to my name to over $100,000 liquid in just about a year, simply off of the business model of window cleaning and scaling with technicians, scaling with paid ads, commercial, and et cetera, et cetera. With a lot of those things, I was able to scale it. And that's exactly how we scale, my students program. So I have a lot of students that I actually coach, about 36 students I actually coach on, how to start their window cleaning program or their window cleaning, business. And they do the exact same thing. They scale with med ads, and they typically are seeing the same amount of accumulation of wealth with the systems and stuff that we implement inside their business. They're seeing the same results in terms of cash. They're seeing the same results. So I appreciate you guys watching. That's a little bit of how I actually got started, how I accumulated a little bit of wealth at a young age. If you guys are curious about getting coached by me or joining my coaching program, I'll leave a link in the description to that. You can click that link in the description. You can book a call with me for completely free. We'll do a full business audit. We'll see exactly where you're at with everything. We'll see if it's a good fit for you to join the program. Like I said, I really appreciate you guys watching. This is exactly how I was able to just do that, and it's absolutely insane how far I've came with everything. And I'm glad that I'm at the point where I'm able to help other people as well. Like Ryder, one of my students, I'm just talking about on my Instagram. He went from having $3,000 to his name and doing $2,000 a month, and now he has a little bit over $60,000 liquid, and he's doing $30,000 per month in 3 months of joining the program. So it's absolutely insane that I'm able to help people like that and just grow their business. But yeah, if you guys want the same thing, click that link in the description. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.